Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Back to Basics. In today's video, I'm showing you how to make a quick oats. You know those little things that come in the little sachets or in the little pots, and by putting a little bit of hot water, they claim to be ready in 2 minutes? Those kind of things. I'm sure many of us are guilty of purchasing those, and to be fair myself, in the past, I came into the habit of buying them because it was very easy for Mr. Daniel to take them to lunch to have his breakfast, because to be frank, not everybody has time in the morning at work to be able to microwave their porridge, so they were kind of a guilty pleasure. But for approximately 6 months now, I have been making my own. And the reason, of course, yet again, because once I had a look on the label, I understood that whatever they put in it, we don't want to consume. So this is the reason I'm sharing with you what I'm making and how I'm doing it. Of course, it is important to say that the price that you pay for the ready oats, which I don't have with me, is rather expensive. For a brand of a, say, a high street brand, we're looking at approximately £3 for about 10 sachets, and they are only approximately like 25 grams, which is very, very little. But comparing to a normal bag of oats, which is only still 90p for 1 kilo, which is absolutely amazing. I understand that ready oats are already pre-cooked oats, and apparently they've been rolled thinner, pre-cooked or steamed, and basically that's the reason why they're actually cooking that much faster. But knowing me, I didn't want to leave it alone, because I'm trying to think, well, actually, how different could that be by you just blitzing a little bit of oats together? Well, to be frank, it's actually not that different, and the results are rather surprising. So in front of me, I have a good selection of things, right? And it's totally up to you what you like to have in your instant porridge. But I must point out, having a really well-stocked pantry with dehydrated things and fruits is a very, very good idea. So I normally do this in jugs, okay, not jugs, in jars, and I have them on the counter on the kitchen, because again, everybody's portion size is different, okay? So having this rather than pre-portioned bags, I find this rather convenient. But of course, what you do is up to you. And of course, when Mr. Daniel goes to work, we pre-portion them into little glass jars there. That means when he goes to work, put the hot water in there, put the lid on, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and it's ready to go. And if the same, I'm doing something at home, then I'll cook it at home and I'll do my portion or portion for my little one accordingly. So this is the reason why I'm storing them in the jars like this. So, right, generally, the possibilities are endless. But first of all, okay, let's just actually blitz some oats. And again, some of you might disagree, might think it's a terrible idea, because why on earth would you, just have the whole oat? But again, because they are ready in literally a couple of minutes with just boiling water, it's good enough reason for me. So I've got our normal oats, normal basic 90p oats. So let me just put some here. I do suggest you do this as a bulk. I normally do this every couple of weeks, and I'm out of one, so this is the reason I'm bringing this video out to you. I always tell you guys that my Back to Basics videos are done around the time when I'm making stuff. Okay, so I've got some oats in here, NutriBullet, sorry, and I'm just gonna blitz them. Okay, and again, we're doing this to your preference, right? But we like to have half and half. So trying to get in the consistency that you like, but we need some very fine particles to make it all gloopy and cook really quickly. So let's blitz. Okay, so first lot is done. You got to keep an eye on it because I do go into the powder really, really quickly. So here I pretty much have a powdery residue with the little pieces. So I'm going to put this in a jar. Okay, and quickly again. Okay, oh, wrong spoon. Just another handful. Okay, and I'm going to just blitz them just for the moment, because we like to have slightly bigger pieces there. There we go. Right. So, first batch here. So we have a bigger and a smaller pieces. So let me quickly do this bowl, okay, and then we'll be adding on our bits and pieces into the porridge. So, both bowls are now down. So let's proceed with the first one, and it's going to be the hot chocolate one, or a chocolate one, in fact. A little while back, I've also stopped buying the chocolate and started making my own, which is rather simple. It's just cocoa powder, some powdered milk, and a little bit of sugar. Of course, proportions are down to you, how sweet or non-sweet that you like to have it. But chocolate one is very, very popular in the household. And again, I said, if you have a look at the ingredients of the hot chocolates that, again, there's a stuff there that I don't want to be consuming. The whole idea, we're trying to eat healthier and consume much more balanced diet with less additives. So making everything from scratch, okay, it's a very, very good idea. So my hot chocolate, okay, again, however chocolatey you like your porridge, it's totally up to you. But, okay, I'm adding on approximately half a cup, okay, and let's just give it a mix up. I also, for my little one, okay, used to add on the Pediasure shake, which is like a chocolate milkshake, but it has a lot of the vitamins. Again, looking at the ingredients there, it's a little bit iffy now, and now I'm understanding, but because I have a little bit left in there, okay, I will be adding it on purely because of the vitamin consistency. Even for the adults, it is a-okay because extra vitamins will never hurt anyone. So, a couple of little droplets of that. Right, and here we are. And give it a good mix. It smells really, really good. And there we are. Right, because we are using the pre-made, pre-mixed chocolate mix, okay, if you don't have that, then you mix a cocoa powder, some sugar, ideally the icing sugar for the better way of it to dissolve quicker because we are just putting some hot water in that, and a little bit of a powdered milk, okay? This will be as simple as that. So mix it all well, okay? And there we are. So this one is done. Chocolate one is done. So next one, I like to do a fruit version, okay? Again, this is what I have and this is what I like to do, but the possibilities are totally up to you. I've got strawberries, I've got some apple powder that I made from dehydrated apples, I've got some raspberries, and you have some bananas, I've got peanut butter. You can honestly do whatever you want. But for this instance, okay, I'm going to be using my apple powder. I've dehydrated tons and tons of apples and I made them into the apple powder. Works as a very, very good substitute for original sugar because apple powder is very, very sweet. I give it that is very time consuming and you do need quite a bit of it, but it is really, really worth it if you want to have a really healthy porridge. So this is my apple powder, right? I keep it with the one I'm using. I've got the moisture absorber because it does seem to clump up. Whatever I do to it, because it doesn't have any anti-caking agent in there, it just clumps up. But it's really, really not a big deal. So, right, apple powder goes in. I'm going to give it a good 3 spoons. Okay, don't forget, all the dehydrated fruits and vegetables that you buy, especially, if you do them yourself, keep up to 99% of their nutritional value. So, let's give the apples a mix. Apple powder. Okay. So now I've got some strawberries and I've got some raspberries. I do go really gently on those because they are pretty much like a gold dust and they take a very long time to dehydrate and they are rather expensive, but dehydrating raspberries is really easy if you just squash them on your tray, dehydrating tray, and they pretty much become like freeze-dried. They crumble so easily and they rehydrate within seconds. So, right, the best way, I'm going to do that, because I want to have a slightly smaller pieces again. I'm going to take the NutriBullet again, and I'm just going to put a handful of berries in there. Okay. And don't forget, like berries, if you don't have berries and they're expensive, that's absolutely fine. Raisins, you can put the raisins in there. It's no problem at all. Any other sort of fruits like this, absolutely fine. So get some strawberries in there. Strawberries do like to cake in a powder, so I keep them as a whole form and then just trying to just blitz them a little bit because they will stick together. Right, so put that in there. Just quickly give it a second. A bit more. Probably will do. We'll basically want them to be like crumbs. And here we are. A bit of powder and a bit of grammage. In there goes. Oh, the smell is great. Okay, so give it all a mix up. So there we are. This is literally was as simple as that. Again, sizes of fruits is totally up to you. Anything you put in there, it's up to you. It's your kitchen, your rules. But this is my two go-to recipes that we use on a daily basis. Just another example, really, guys. This is a very good thing to have. Is some coconut. Again, this one I was done my own because I've seen some coconut on for sale in the supermarket. So I've done it myself because I like them into the chunks rather than the little shreds that you buy. But you can buy coconut fairly cheaply. And if you follow the channel, I have picked up some coconut from Lidl for like £1 for 1 kilo. So, which was really, really good. You can be adding on to this if you really wanted to. But nonetheless, that's that. So there we are. If you're also wondering, okay, for the fruit one, because I haven't added on, and I've got some dry milk powder in here, you can add on a dry milk if that's what you prefer. Many people like to have porridge with milk or water or half and half. To be fair, that fruit one works really, really well without, because you get a color, you get sort of density from the apple and obviously from our blitzed oats anyway. So we prefer this way. But of course, if you wanted to, just add on a little bit of the powdered milk and you're good to go. So there we are, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this recipe. If you have, please don't forget thumbs up, subscribe if not a subscriber, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.